Yeah, well, he basically, he did all that. He gave me orthopedics for my feet. He prescribed me these socks that are a pair ran me about $40.
Wow.
Because I got what I thought was a blood clot on the inside of my left ankle, which I thought was the cause of it. He's like, that's just a varicose vein. I'm like, yeah, but it's swollen. He's like, yeah, because you're not fucking walking right on this foot. He's like, you said it was swollen Friday morning. He's like, the stuff doesn't go away within a few days, just that soon.
Right.
So I was like, all right.
Either
way. And now, my job supposedly got easier on Friday, but what the fuck are you doing, Matt? Did I just hear you say Hulk smash?
I'm sorry. My bad. I thought I was on mute. My bad.
You were playing.
Motherfucker.
My bad. I'm sorry. I thought I was on mute, man.
Oh, Justin, I hope you got that recorded.
I do, but I told Robert I knew, so I got to put two intros.
SCU. You are now listening to Shattercast Uncut. Prepare to be shattered with your hosts, Matt Baldwin, Skullface, Greg for Mercy, Oscar NJ Boy, T2RX6, Mega 81. Welcome to Shattercast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shattercast Uncut, episode 56. 56, the business we went into in fixing Little Rascals went bust. A freak accident left us with the ability to control every motorized wheelchair at will. What will it do for us? Not a goddamn thing. I'm your host, Oscar Alonso. With me tonight are members of the Sinister Six, as always. So, reading from left to right, because we're in America, is everyone's favorite internet troll, Mr. Greg for Mercy.
I have absolutely nothing to say because I always come last.
Well said. Well said.
Hey, for what it's worth, I always come first.
Hey.
You better get yours.
You know what?
Because I'm
They make a cream.
Ski.
They make a cream for that, Bobby. That's a sign of low T count. Just saying.
It might be.
And
or
speaking
maybe
of
it's that good.
And speaking of coming first, this guy never has that problem. You've seen his black bare ass crawl out of your window numerous times from either your mother's room or your girlfriend/wife. He's everyone's favorite Latin lover, Mr. Antoine Mega 81.
What's going on, people?
Yeah.
Latin lover.
What's going on?
Latin lover. Dominican. And speaking of Dominican, this guy looks nothing like one at all whatsoever, but he does look like the love child of one Dennis Leary and Lemmy from Motorhead. The one, the only Mr. Bobby Skullface.
Good evening, everyone. I want to send a shout out to my buddy Ladante getting married right now as we speak. So congratulations, good sir. I know you're listening.
Congratulations.
How the fuck you get married on Shattercast night? Oh, well, I guess it's
Yeah, I know. That's what I try to tell him.
it's not broadcast night, so I guess it's all right.
And, of course, he's everyone's favorite mad scientist, a guy who is slowly but surely reprogramming his sentient robot in his garage because, frankly, when it answered back to him, he wasn't happy with its tone. He's everyone's favorite YouTube reputable reviewer, the one and only Mr. Justin T2RX6.
Hey, what's going on?
Going on, guys?
Hey, boys, doing? You want to come in for some NyQuil and wine? And speaking of NyQuil and wine, this is his favorite side dish on his fries. He's everyone's favorite lovable, huggable Hasbro champion, the one and only Mr. Matthew Deluxe Baldwin.
I do love fries. How you doing?
Okay.
Get your fat ass back over.
Yeah.
Hey, can I sidetrack real quick? First of many, I promise. There's this place in town, Matt, called Late Night Slice, right? It's a pizza place, and
I would
Like-
never have figured that one out.
Yeah.
well, oh, shut up! I'm about to explain it. They don't have a physical brick and mortar dedicated store. They have a truck that's permanently parked in a lot on downtown on the campus strip, but they're in bars. And as you would imagine, they're open until 3 in the morning. But their special of the month is a poutine pizza. And it's fries and cheese curds, and it's just smothered in beef gravy after it's baked. And it sounds like a fucking heart attack. And guess who still has a Groupon to Late Night Slice? This fucking guy right here.
So to clarify, I can't get a burger in the morning, is what you're saying.
Well, they don't sell burgers because it's a pizza place. So, yeah. Mr. Self-Explanatory.
So
Smart ass.
no burger in the AM. I get it. Got it. Just
They,
late night
That
slices.
sounded
Got it.
like a heart attack in Macon right there.
They don't even open until like 4:30. 4:30 is the earliest they open in the afternoon. And some of their locations are staffed by intravenous cocaine users.
No.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
not there. Oh, God. Speaking of God, shirts, hoodies, and bumper stickers, and of course, magnets.
We have sold.
Oh,
Fucking awesome, those pics, man. Those pics are so sweet, man.
Yeah, it's great. So
Thank
we have
you for
sold
the pics.
300% more magnets in the past 2 weeks than we have since their
Yay.
original.
And shout out goes to Robert
I like-
because he actually brought that up when he appeared last time he was with us.
Actually,
Yeah.
that would be infinite percent because going from never mind. It's fine.
I like how my boy posted the picture dual wielding SU
Oh,
magnets.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
Shout out to Andrew. Andrew's a really good dude.
Fuck yeah, he is.
And then also, our buddy Majid came back for seconds and went and got. He needed to keep up with the Joneses. Went and got a second magnet.
Hey,
And a T-shirt. So that's
My bag?
yeah,
All right.
money bags.
Well, you
then
know.
$8 out.
So I took out a compass the other day and I was noticing that it started pointing somewhere different. So
Start pulling everything. pulls
now I
from
understand
magnets.
it. Congratulations
magnets,
on making your own North Pole. So
There you
Right.
go.
All right. So, podcast, as you all know, we are now with Podbean, so go ahead and look us up on the iTunes place, and there you'll be able to see our entire archive is up there, Justin?
yeah, it's almost worth not saying because nothing's going on Podomatic anymore. So
Yeah.
if you're listening to this, you've already done it, or you're on YouTube and you don't care. So you know.
You want to talk about the review contest you want to mention?
Bobby, you want to go for that one? You want to do it this time? Or
Just
want me to do
that
it?
after Valentine's Day is going to be the cutoff, which is coming up surprisingly soon, and also Toy Fair Day for those in the masturbation department. So on
Nice.
on Toy Fair Day or Valentine's Day, we are going to look through the reviews on our new Podbean iTunes account, which you will know is the legit one if you are listening to this episode, because Podomatic one does not have it. And voting on whichever one we think is the best, and you can read that however you'd like, and then we'll be and then we will be shipping a magnet to you.
So you too can establish your own poll on the world.
Yes. And we were going to throw the world off its axis.
Fuck yeah.
America. So let's go ahead.
Before we move on, hang on. I just want to see which one of these two is it. Is it going to be this one, probably? Yeah, let's see. So far, we have 5 5-star ratings. So the chances of winning a magnet, pretty good.
1-5.
There you
Yeah.
go. Let's
Keep
get some
that in
more.
mind.
All right, those are great odds, better than Hitler's odds at basketball.
Good grief.
So
He went straight to Hitler. Like, all right,
Jiminy
let's
Christmas.
go. Get
I
out,
need
folks.
work. So speaking
Wait.
of I need work, this
Wait,
needs
Well-
work.
one more thing.
Hmm.
Shout out to the 5 people who've already given us 5-star reviews. We love you all.
Thank you.
Yes.
So,
We are so
And let's-
grateful. So is the Führer.
Now,
The
hold on,
dreams of
hold on.
SBS started this course.
Are we talking about current basketball or like basketball circa like
Back in the
1940?
40s?
Does und matter? No, it does not. So please
He
stop
would've
making
got
fun of
killed
us.
Hold on. Because if it was current basketball, I'm pretty sure Hitler would have murdered the competition.
Oh, what's the difference between an NBA player and a pizza? You all give up? Pizzas don't scream und oven.
Ow! Good night, folks.
Good night.
That's shattercastonline@gmail.com. Attention,
Got on
Oscar
that
Alonso.
Wow.
Oh, sometimes you just gotta do it. You just
Keep
gotta
keep in
say,
mind that if you did not post a 5-star review, in response to this,
we will make fun
You're
of your
not winning a
screen
mag-
name. We will make fun of your screen name. I don't care. I'll do it. I don't care. Mr. Mike E. Random letters. Oh, dirty girl. So, speaking of dirty, DMY-toys, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Wait, what did you
Ultra War within Optimus Prime.
Hey, did you get anything, Oscar?
Oh, fuck yeah. Sorry. Did anybody... That's not even on here. No, it is. Did anybody get anything, Greg?
Why do you always start with me?
Because you're on the top left of my fucking screen, lover.
Yeah, you are. Sorry.
I got an interesting little package this week. I got Primus. I got Nickel. I got Combiner Wars Optimus Prime. Fucking train wreck.
AKA Dildo.
Oh, I got the Stag Cleavers for my Terminus Hexatron. They're pretty badass. Like, my 6-shot didn't have knives or swords, but I'm liking the Cleavers, especially since I only paid $3 for them when it was all said and done. And a special shout out to Jason, one of our listeners. Not only did he hook me the fuck up in the first annual Cybertron Cafe Secret Santa with liquor, but he just fucking up and upon himself sent me a Combiner Wars bombshell because he knew I was looking for one. He didn't even fucking send me one. He went and bought me one on Amazon, and he wouldn't take payment. So I have to come up with something. Yes, he paid for sex. Antoine, he paid for sex.
No.
Basically, he's setting you up. He bought you liquor, bought you a gift. You're going to get fucked.
I was going to say he paid for it too. That's good.
Somebody's getting fucked.
He's getting something special here. Bobby's actually met this guy in person.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Good dude.
It's just
he was the guy I told you about that. When I was at Baltimore at the table. I was like, "Hey man, do you listen to podcasts?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Do you listen to Transformers podcasts?" And he was like, "Sure." And I gave him the Shattercast. He was like, "Oh, listen every week."
All right.
Flipped over your table and choke slammed you in front of your children.
And then I was like,
such a fan.
And then I was like, do you mind if we had the cards back then because we only have so many? And...
No, you may not.
Bobby ran around Baltimore Comic-Con screaming, "Andre the Giant has risen!"
There is no escape from that which you cannot destroy.
He is a big mamma jamma. Good.
But I will say, for such a large-handed gentleman, this man is the best gift wrapper I have ever seen in my life.
And he
made Kit jealous.
He does a pretty good paint job on figures too.
Yeah.
He used to have some real what do they call it when you have shit? There goes my joke.
When you're good at wrapping presents and painting
things.
Folks.
What is it? Dexterity. He must have some real big, some significant dexterity in those fucking elements of his.
I was gonna say latent desires, but hey, whatever.
Highbrow.
Antoine, did you get anything this
week? Nope, nothing this week.
All right. Bobby, did you get anything this week?
I got a Combiner Wars nonsense. I haven't even opened them yet, so it's not really fair to say. But I got the 2 jets and.
Wait. Were you guys against Combiner Wars in the first phase? No.
I saw your post about that,
cool.
But I think that you've mistaken criticizing the way something looks for being against it.
I told you they shit on Hasbro, but they still buy it.
I wasn't gonna get the aerial bots until they announced Slingshot, but since they announced Slingshot, I'll pick them up, take a look at them.
I'm sorry, I had to throw that out there.
But instead of worrying about what I got, which is pretty pathetic, I wanted to read off some of these reviews because they are pretty fantastic so far. Mike says, "Everyone has a personality as big as their fridge magnet."
You will be the first to burn.
Fear Corp says, "You won't find a more honest, unbiased, funny, and topical Transformers podcast out there. Well worth your time. Sencho Barbosa."
He will die last. I like him.
I don't want to pronounce this next person's name, but it looks like Operation Dyke 93. But I could be reading that wrong. And it says, "Funniest and most honest podcast of Transformers around. Always puts a smile on your face and gives the bare bones truth on all hashtag and third-party products. Buy a magnet to surprise your friends and torment your enemies. Shut the fuck up, Chip."
Nice. You know why New Orleans hasn't flooded in several years? Operation Dyke.
And our buddy James said, "Listening to this podcast fills the hole that Michael Bay left in your souls."
Oh, poor baby.
What?
You know what else will fill your hole? Ash from your burning. And the pizza oven.
I like Gay Hitler. That should be the new.
I hate that I like it so much, to be honest with you. Like,
And shut up, you're jealous. I'm so amazing.
Oh wait. So the big bald white guy hates that he likes Gay Hitler. Or he's gay. Would that be the only reason?
Hold on, Gregory, Fräulein. I'm not gay. Okay, I one time got a little drunk and I fell on his lap. I just happened to have a very hard penis out.
You went to fucking art school, didn't you? You went to
Yeah.
fucking art school.
I could draw a house. I could draw a horse. And I can draw a peacock. Speaking of the peacocks, Justin, what did you get, Fräulein?
We lost our viewers. We lost our viewers this week.
It's just funny, but that I can draw a house.
Go ahead, sorry. Go ahead.
I got, let's see, what did I get? I got Windblade again. Version 2 with the red feet. And I got Alpha Bravo, because while I'm not a big fan of the Combiner Wars thing, I do have this aspiration to make a big mix match. Like, none of these characters ever appeared anywhere else but Combiner Wars Combiner. So, you know.
You can use Ultra Magnus as your...
Well, I'm really hoping they make a Thunder Clash. That's what I'm hoping for.
Oh, okay.
I'll pick up Thunder Clash and I'll have, you know, whatever. Yeah, well, I don't know. I want it.
Maximus.
We'll see.
Alrighty then. Matthew, what'd you get?
I just got another bombshell because I'm going to build an army to take over the world, and that's it. Couple Hulk figures. That's it. Nobody cares.
I got a bombshell.
Nice. Yay!
Yay!
Everybody got a bombshell.
Everyone has all the bombshells. Great.
He's fucking sweet, man. I really like him. Everybody has a bombshell.
Alright, so...
Yeah, Heiser. Hi.
Okay, so DMY Toys, Ultra War Within, Optimus Prime.
Who cares?
I do not understand why this was created. I mean,
Because they hate you.
It seems
Because they hate you.
I guess that the Optimus Prime character just carries enough weight where they think it'll sell, but it does seem like they missed the boat on this one by like 10 years.
Yeah,
like,
10 years. Yeah.
hasn't Fall of Cybertron and War for Cybertron kind of made this particular Cybertronian Optimus like pretty irrelevant at this point? Like,
I think that's
Isn't it the same guys making it awful Ultra Magnus? Oh wait,
did y'all? I had the Titan one. Did y'all have the Titan one? It was terrible.
Oh, guilty now.
It's so loose.
The titanium.
Or Titanium. I'm sorry.
I had
Titanium.
the Titanium, and like, you know, he wasn't a great figure, but it would be all I need to represent this figure. Like, I don't have it now because that's how little I care about this particular version of the character. But yeah, like, this is like, yeah, that they must be just hoping that they'll grab someone because it says Optimus, or it is Optimus, and
Maybe that they found the comic books in a toilet area or something, and they was like, "Hey, let's make that one."
Hey, let's make this one. It looks so cool. No one else ever make a rogue.
I know. Oh wait, that's 10 years ago. Oh fuck it, we'll still put it out.
That looks like a big risk. Let's change our name from Unique Toys to DMY. We fool them all.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't like the point of most of the third parties to like, you know, fill out or like so MMC did like a lot of the Heart of Steel stuff for a while and then stopped that, but like most third parties outside of that are trying to kind of fill in something missing on most people's shelves, right? Like, it's just yeah,
there's
no words.
I don't know. I mean, this might for a couple select people that want this, but I don't see people, you know, chopping at the bits wanting this Optimus for any reason.
No.
Just a waste of time and a waste of... Is this a new... Are these people new?
Yeah, I've never
No,
heard of them
they've been
before.
around for a while.
Wrong thing to do.
But they did add-on kits or something, I think.
Oh, they did add-ons. So this is their first, big
BMY?
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the company that did the Oh wait, no, I'm thinking X2 Toys.
They did a double dealer upgrade.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. They did that big ass gray missile that. Yeah.
Oh, that's them.
Yeah.
Everybody thought was a prototype.
Big old cock or something.
Oh yeah, it's the paint it yourself upgrade kit.
Well, no, everybody thought it was a prototype, and then I pointed out that there was actually like really good color matched plastic on the part of the
I see.
but then there was absolutely no color on the actual fucking thing, and it was like $50.
They also did, by the looks of it, an upgrade to. Yeah, they did an upgrade to the Superion upgrade kit from Fansproject.
They did an upgrade kit for an upgrade kit?
Yeah, they did
Holy
that
shit.
even like last year or something, so even that's like 6 years too late. So this is like.
So this is their first big project, and this is what they're coming with? Yeah, they're going to be one of the companies that go to the wayside.
DMY, is that like done in many years or something? Like, what does that mean?
Did they make a Predaking too?
I think they got Reflector coming out next year, or this year too.
Didn't they do some Dinobots?
Or Insecticons? Are they doing Insecticons thing?
Insecticons.
Well, it's part of Nakatoys.
Insecticons?
Oddly enough, when you look up DMY and Google it, a picture of Dakatoys Kronos does show up.
No shit.
Shake.
Wow.
Well, they had an upgrade kit for it. It was popsicle sticks. You glue to the back so it stands up straight. And then it was a paper towel. You fold it the whole times and you put under it.
Popsicle sticks?
You don't get WD-40 all over your shelf.
There you go.
Yeah, that was a treat.
Popsicle sticks for Dakatoys.
I'm waiting for that thing to hit. I'm waiting for that thing to hit like under like $75, and then I might bite on it.
I think they're making their Blitzwing gun too. Dakatoys.
Yeah,
I think
that guy's got to pop his head out to make a toy. I don't know if he's that stupid. I think he has to be teasing.
You've been quiet for a while.
I think everyone forgot about me. I will make a new.
Yeah, he's like fucking Osama bin Laden of fucking China right now. Like,
wow.
Instead of a cave, he's hiding out in the fucking noodle cart.
I think next we got mentioned Stalin next, okay, and then let's just go through all the
That's
Well, not telling me what to do,
people in the world.
comrade Matthew. I will slap you with big Hasbro toy.
That's
Well,
why
he lives
everybody's
in New
buying
York,
that Apollyon up. No, he doesn't. That's why everybody's buying up that Apollyon toy. They're fucking. They're getting ready. Lesser of two evils. He doesn't live in New York. He lives in New York, my ass. I thought it was Chicago. Like, no. That's Mike.
Oh, that was,
this
that's
Keith.
if you live in
Keith.
Chicago, supposedly.
Yeah, you might live in fucking Newark, but you got here on the fucking. You got here in a container car. You had to give some fucking hand jobs for your room and board.
They're in a container car with the word Hyundai spray painted across it.
Hyundai, Chinese characters that say no people inside.
Terry no people inside container. All fruit that sometimes talk and scream. Maybe you hear rap, not really rap, just a chord, like a chord.
That's a corn.
And that shit hits home though, because there's actually a task force in Ohio, like the goddamn ATF, for human trafficking. Apparently, Ohio is a pit stop and a hotbed for that shit. They just busted. Yeah, they just freed like 7 people a couple weeks ago here in the general area. All massage parlors in one house.
We're all free though. We're Americans.
America.
Yeah.
If I want to have sex with an underage Asian boy, I guess it's my right, huh?
Gross.
It's your right, and apparently the people at Planet X with their Saminus, aka Cybertron Snarl.
Semen?
That's just bad.
I think this looks. I'm not
Just
gonna
look up,
get
buddy.
it. I'm not gonna get it. I need to snap my rubber band on my wrist. I'm not gonna get it, but I think this looks great. Sorry, I do. I know Justin hates it. Everybody seems to hate it, but
The only good thing they made was that swoop, and then when I was totally down for that sludge, but when I saw it was like short and not very big,
yeah.
Because everyone remembers Sludge being the smallest Dinobot, even though he's a fucking Brachiosaur. I decided to, go ahead and just liquidate Swoop while I had a chance, and I don't look back.
Right? No, I don't blame you.
Oh, did you bleach that motherfucker? Because there's enough of your DNA on it.
That's none of your damn business. Quit asking.
They'll trace it back to you.
No,
I
difference.
like his shotgun. I like his shotgun weapon. It's pretty neat looking.
Yeah, I think it's a good looking figure. You still hate it, Justin?
Outside of the fact that his tail is just a big flat piece, like no actual curvature to it,
Yeah.
I think the rest looks fine. I don't have a problem with it. I don't need it, but
Yeah, me neither.
I think it looks better than some of the other third-party Dinobots out there. So, no.
Fansproject?
No.
Of course.
It just looks way.
That was just a test.
Are we pretty sure that Megaform is not going to happen?
At this point,
It's going to happen. It's going to be a fucking box set. Like, they're just going to come out of nowhere. You're like, just could not make any more sense. It'll be like the box set.
Be in it?
And it'll be more expensive than individual figures. It'll be like $2,000. And everybody's going to be like, well, fuck, these might be good. Jesus Christ, I should jump on these. It'll be like the fucking Azalea all over again.
They'll open their box, and inside will be a gray Kronos with a note that says, rah, 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 I rot you. And people will be mad. The Dino mode looks good,
I think it's a good looking unit.
It's one of those few figures where, you look at those spikes at the end, and they're fucking sharp if you roll in that swoop. So, I guess it works as a weapon.
It's not for me.
It's a little too late.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Bobby, every time you say that to me, it never gets old. But I thought about it like 2 seconds too late.
Are we done with the snarl? Because I am really excited for the next one.
Yeah, sure.
So, Toy World announces... What the hell are they calling this shit? Astro Train.
No,
That's what we got in the notes. I thought it was like Chiguya.
I love that you were like, we're gonna give it a try. You know what I mean? And then you're like, fuck it,
Astro Train.
Yeah.
But this looks really fucking sweet, man.
See, I disagree. I don't like this at all.
What?
Hold on, announcers?
No.
We knew about this shit. We saw this motherfucker at TFCon.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's not an announcement. They're just showing.
Color shots.
They're showing color shots and all.
Oh.
I think it's pretty neat.
I think.
Although you look at the back, and I'm kind of reminiscent of the classics figure.
Mm-hmm.
But
look at those ankles, man. Those look like they're gonna snap really easy.
I don't like that.
Your Hulk figure's gonna snap real easy.
Yeah, my Hulk will snap those fucking ankles.
I don't like the head, so to speak. I don't like the toy color scheme. It's just not for me.
The best part of this guy to
What?
Everybody call it Masterpiece Guild. Let's give Mittens more love.
You know what, Bobby? Maybe this figure does not like your face.
Masterpiece of shit.
Bitch.
The
High fives.
The best parts of this one for me, the best parts are the actual alt modes. Like the robot mode doesn't do anything for me. I think the way the train doesn't seem to have really the way they hid the wings from the shuttle mode and stuff is pretty unique and creative to me. And I think the shuttle mode doesn't hint at all that it's a train, and that's by far its best features. The robot mode, it's totally outclassed by the upcoming Unique Toys offering, as far as I see.
This figure needs a third mode, the dildo. Just like its classic predecessor.
That's the space shuttle with the wings folded in, Oscar. Hate to tell you.
There you go.
So.
I'm not Hosker, I'm Hisler.
Oh, Hisler.
Stupid. I hate it. But so no one likes this Astro Train at all.
it's not for me. I
No,
think that,
get
like,
another
all
one.
the detailing inside the inner calves is interesting, but it also looks like a potential nightmare.
I will say I was much more interested in this one when I saw it at TFCon, and then I heard about the Unique Toys one, and I was done with it. That's kind of, it's kind of like the Dinobots for me. I was interested in one of them, and then another company did it and did it better, and now my interest is gone. So
everybody for DS9 then, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I am.
Yeah, that's who's doing it. It's not Unique Toys, is it?
I'm totally in for Combiner Wars. Now, I just put that arm on Optimus Prime, and this is so horrible.
Good, didn't it?
I am buying every single one of these figures in multiples, and I'm going to have an entire case that's nothing but the misadventures of Combiner Wars, and it's just going to be all the horrific combinations I can come up with.
It feels so good, doesn't it? Yeah.
To have a figure in your hand and know it's shit, yes, it feels fucking delicious.
I do. I like it.
Kind of like scooping up dog shit.
You don't like that Prime. You don't like that Prime.
No,
I don't like
that
it.
Prime. That Prime's
Oh, you're talking to him.
No, I want Silverbolt. I've been trying to find Silverbolt for a while.
I'm going to bombshell nipple, and I'm going to have Power Glide hanging off the other one.
Did you say bombshell nipples?
No, I said I'm going to have Bombshell hanging off of one nipple and Power Glide off his other one.
Wow.
Since his little pegs are appropriately placed as,
While you do it, you have to play Goodbye Horses from the Silence of the Lambs soundtrack.
By Lazarus.
Goodbye Horses. It puts lotion on the skin.
Put the lotion on it, yeah.
And speaking of the range hippies, X-Transbot Arcros.
What we got?
Arcros.
Yeah, this looks great. This looks great to me. It's a little pricey, but this is the beachcomber I want.
Yeah, the price thing is kind of what gets me here, because he's shouldn't be as big as the other mini-bot offerings, the stacks and whatever the hell else they named him, Huff or whatever it was. I don't remember. But he shouldn't be as big as those two, and so like the pricing kind of worries me with this guy. And then they're like, but we put die-cast in. I feel like that's what they're trying to make the selling point of the price, I guess.
Well, maybe
Hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
You know what's awesome?
What's that?
Ollie with die-cast.
Yeah, exactly. But like maybe, just maybe.
He looked real good, didn't he? He even fooled me.
Maybe the reason why it is because they're not cutting as many corners as they have in the past. Just playing optimistically.
Yeah, maybe, but I also feel like, and it's again, I don't know. We'll see. It is a good-looking beachcomber. It's just their track record is just not.
I know.
Where are they gonna put the die-cast at, though?
If they're smart, they'll do it in the front of the buggy, which is where they can keep that blue
like the grill
consistent.
Or something?
No, they should do the whole front leg, frankly.
Oh, okay.
I guess they could do just the feet, but with the fact that all is blue is pretty much the front end, they don't have to do like die-cast meets plastic, so that's they can paint that if they want to. That'd be fine.
What if they did the whole roll cage kind of deal? That'd be pretty cool.
That would be the stupidest idea ever. Because
that'd be pretty cool.
Shit, man, launch your shit all over the kid's
But that doesn't
dreams
leave
while
a whole
we're
lot
at
of
Justin.
room for debate, Justin.
Well, no, I mean, like, it would look cool, and yeah, I mean, exactly, it's X-Transbot, so I would expect them to do the whole roll cage, frankly, but the reason I say that is because that would be on its back end. That would be the absolute worst place that you could put the die-cast. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not an engineer.
I know.
I like that reply though. It's like the verbal equivalent. I'm trying to speak. It's like I felt so bad for Greg for a second because that reply just gave was the verbal equivalent to, "Hey, go drink bleach. It's okay." Fuck! It was just a suggestion.
I know, like, go suck balls, man. That'd be the stupidest idea ever.
Justin's inner engineer coming out and
I
like
tell
just
it like it is.
like,
He makes a great stove.
he didn't even let me finish my fucking smart ass comment before he jumped down my throat.
And I do
I'm
not.
gonna jump down your throat.
Fuck you, motherfucker!
I don't
What?
regret the decision.
Scheiße. Oh, this is my
Scheiße.
favorite one. So, Hasbro Takara news: Titan class Devastator. I can't
Okay.
open this jar of pickles.
Okay. Here we go.
Somebody just screamed.
Now I think that
You
we should
did.
roll this into a conversation of the third party snobbery that's kind of happening. But let's talk about this Devastator. And
Open this
Hey,
jar.
Bobby, why is it every time something really bad and stupid happens, you want to have a conversation?
do you think this is that bad?
I hear
Who?
Transformers on the other end of the line. I don't know if is it my connection or is it you guys? Or is it Skype?
I think it's Skype.
Yeah, probably Skype.
No.
I can say personally on this, like, if I were to give this like a letter grade, you know, yeah, I'd give it a C. It's pretty average. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I was honestly expecting worse
Right,
than
I
what
was
this
too.
is. Especially considering some of the other goofy things we've seen come out of Combiner Wars at this point. But I don't know. There's certain things about this that I someone mentioned this on Reddit and I commented on it and I had like 3 points. I said there's 3 things I don't like about this. Other than that, I think it looks pretty good. And like I got responses like, well, I just don't see that. I'm like, why? How do you not see it? You know, like. So my big problems, and I'll just lay it out there. My problems are like Mixmaster.
Okay, everybody's gonna have that problem.
Yeah, and here's the thing: I got people on Reddit going, "Well, I think Mixmaster is intended to be, you know," and then like this type of cement mixer. I get it. That's still not the Mixmaster I want. Like I know that's a real styled vehicle, but Devastator.
It's a 1-seater with 1 window, not 2.
Yeah, but Devastator being such like an iconic character, I can't understand why that decision was made. Especially when there's like a slavish like G1 mentality with this particular figure. Like treads and everything are totally G1, and then to depart that far from it, I don't understand.
I agree.
The head looks like it's not sure what line it wants to be. Like, it's a mixture between G1 and the cartoon somewhere. And for some people that's fine, but that's just me. You know, I don't like that. The size of the head I can give or take. Like that doesn't really bother me as much as the rest.
I agree with Antoine that I also think it is too small.
It's a little bit, but it's not. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, looking at it again, I guess it is pretty small compared to the overall size of the shoulders. Yeah, it sticks out more and more now. I have 4 problems now.
Yes, 4 problems.
Sorry, the Raise Your Hercules add-on set will fix this bad boy up immediately.
Yeah.
Could you imagine them fitting on there though?
So, what else? What's the third one?
The last problem is considering how like big and bulky the main parts of the body are, like both the legs and the arms, but more pronounced in the arms, just feel so like wimpishly small, like no biceps or anything going on there. So, and that's my gripes, and people, you know, the only one someone seemed to agree with me on is like, yeah, the arms are kind of like that. I'm like, okay, well, whatever.
I'm right there with you. Those are my exact criticisms to a T. And my only other criticism is that I wish that the treads were the same color.
Yeah, it's really off-putting.
I don't know. I don't care if they were purple. I don't care if they were green. I don't care if they were black. I just wish they were the same color.
Yeah, I think actually, aesthetically, I think it would look best if they were 2 black treads, personally. But
yeah, I can see that. But I have to say, like, I was expecting this thing to look like Minosaur, and I think this thing looks pretty good.
Yeah, I would say, like, you know, there's, like I said, a good, It's a solid figure compared to what I was expecting we were gonna
It's
get.
got ankle tools. That's crazy.
I'll wait for the Takara that has prowl.
Imagine that.
I'm just kidding. I'll probably pick this up
Mm-hmm.
and then sell it at a spite 2 days later.
I can already see the upgrade kits.
Oh yeah.
There's gonna be a new Mixmaster.
Oh yeah.
There's gonna be a new head.
Dr. Wu gonna make that stuff, I bet.
Well, here's the thing about upgrade kits. Like, do you think there'll be a prowl add-on? Because, like, I mean, fucking, we've had Hercules for how long? Almost as long as fucking Prowl's been a part of Devastator, and like, no one's fucking jumped on that obvious opportunity. Do you think somebody will make that for this?
I don't know. You know, I'd like to say yes, but at the same time, you know, this doesn't really scream IDW anyway. Like you'd have to rework so much of it. You know, you'd have to make Hook. You have to make Hook a leg, and I don't know.
Well, if you think about it, I don't know what the actual robots look like, but really, if you made and here's where I'm coming from. If you made some sort of a plate to accommodate the combiner joint on the knee, and I'm sitting here actually slapping my knee as I say it, there might be, if they're all the same size, there might be a way you could work Hook and as a leg and add a foot add-on piece for Mixmaster to accommodate for the difference in height or the difference in length. And that's a perfect opportunity. I mean, just the whole idea of making a foot for Mixmaster is a perfect opportunity to make a kit like that. So you would ditch Scrapper, and even if there was a way you could use Scrapper somehow and just use the meat, like the figure, and just have a like plating that goes on it to make him look like Prowl. And if there's a way you could reattach that way you wouldn't have to make a whole figure. You could just make 1, 2, 3 parts ahead and the little clips, the little plates. And it'd be cheating, but I'd be okay with that if it looked good. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
But I'm not an engineer like Justin or anything, so.
What are your thoughts on it, Matt, as the big Hasbro guy?
I've already got my Herc already boxed up, ready to sell. If y'all want to buy him, he's about $500. I like it. You know, like I said, he does have the problems. I think I agree with Justin. You know, the foot. You know, I think Robert said, you know, he wears a size 11 on one foot and a size 8 boys, and that's one or something like that. I laughed my ass off at work when I saw that shit.
He buys his shoes at Marshalls.
There you go. It's a good. You know, I give it a B plus, almost like an A minus kind of effort. I mean, it looks better than any of the other Combiner Wars, I think.
Which you also think look great. So
yeah. So, but I'm definitely gonna get it. You know, and I'll probably get the Takara one. The Takara one's probably gonna look a lot better, hopefully. Oh,
I'm sorry, Matt. I apologize. I'm sorry. No, keep going. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, it's just, I like it. It's a good, it's a good effort. It's not, it's not perfect. You know, like I said, Hercules is probably, the perfect one. But, I don't see anybody else making Devastator anytime soon. So, this is probably what we're going to, have to choose from is this and Hercules.
There's already 2 really good ones out there. Like, how many more people do you think?
Yeah, I know that. I mean, there's nobody's going to make, Devastator anymore. But Hasbro, I mean, it looks good. I
think it looks good too. I mean, like you said, like I'm not boxing up my Hercules. I'm not boxing up my giant. But
it'd be a good addition.
If you were in that boat, that I like third party, but I can't afford it.
Oh yeah, this definitely be.
Then I think that this is a decent option.
Yeah.
Now here's one thing though that I will say kind of disappoints me with this. It has nothing to do actually with like, well, it's kind of hard to say it that way. It does have something to do with the figure itself, but on the same time, like, what strikes me the most is like Hasbro is definitely aware of these third parties, and my disappointment's not how he turned out, but kind of like I kind of expected them to come out like really swinging here and being like, "Hey, we can totally kick the crap out of anything you've seen third party."
Yeah, I mean,
and they
had
kind
their
of missed that opportunity
with the reveals of Superion and Menasor. We all saw how that turned out.
Yeah, that too.
but this time this is like a you're talking
you're talking a higher price point.
Yeah, higher price point Voyager figures, which typically have a higher parts count than a deluxe. You know, like a figure that really doesn't require tons and tons and tons of paint when it all comes down to it. So I don't know. That part disappoints me.
Do you
the figure I still think is okay though.
I have to say that I'm impressed. And it's not that I think it looks great. I hate to sound like a broken record, but I expected this thing to look like Menasor, and I think Menasor looks like an absolute piece of shit.
Yes, that part I agree on.
And I don't think this looks like a piece of shit. I agree with all of Justin's criticisms of it. They were the exact same to the letter, the criticisms that I had. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I think you could have this in your collection and have, you know, a fair amount of pride in this piece.
Do you think? I mean, automatically, you know, do you think that Hasbro could really make something like Hercules?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think make it at a good price point though. They can't charge $500.
Yes.
I think Hasbro can make something superior.
So why is it that when they see this stuff, like, you know, when they see this stuff like, you know, the foot, like, do they really look at that and think, you know, nobody's going to notice this? Like, they're going to, like, I just don't understand their thought process of when they put stuff out. Like, do you not think people are going to see that small ass foot and say, what the hell is that?
Matt, I think Hasbro's already made something as good as Hercules. Let me tell you again. It's no. It's Ultra Prime.
Now, my real hope for this Devastator though.
This thing. You think I'm joking around? Like, this is fucking the epitome of why I fucking troll on Hasbro. Like, this thing is awesome. Like, I might buy an IKEA fucking glass case just to display minor work. I'm dead.
That's awesome, man.
I love it.
My ultimate goal with this Devastator, though, that I'm hoping, is that I can recreate that one episode where Alpha Bravo becomes the limb in place of Mixmaster.
There you go.
What I'm talking about.
You go paint him green and purple.
You got it.
Now,
he was in 2 episodes.
I know it was.
He said Christmas.
A minor
and
part.
He said Devastator.
Yeah, I thought he said Christmas and then he kind of disappeared. But I got to go back and rewatch.
Well,
it's on the bonus 5th disc in season 6.
Hey, is that one where it's where the Omega say, or you mean Omega Supreme and Devastator were friends? He's in the background. You'll see him.
No, there was that G.I. Joe crossover episode where Alpha Bravo helped Spirit clean up the highway.
Clean up the highway.
Oh, for every tear. For
Spirit cried, and then Alpha Bravo's like, "Hello, friend."
Wipe that tear away.
Oh, that's great.
And then he blew up all the trash with those fucking triple rocket launchers on his arm.
When y'all think this is going to be out? Is this going to be? I know. Are they? You think they'll do a box set for maybe around
Big Bad
holidays?
Store has it listed coming out tomorrow.
They do. I believe that too. I'm waiting. I already got it pre-ordered.
If I had to guess, I would probably place this around SDCC time again.
I would imagine we'll get an SDCC yellow set or
SDCC.
An orange
exactly.
set.
I think we'll get a G2 Devastator as SDCC, and then we will get
the limited edition white hook that comes with a prow head.
Probably, and then this will release shortly thereafter, just like Metroplex did. That'd be my guess.
Oscar, we haven't heard you really chime in on this.
Say something about the foot.
I don't know what to say. It looks horrible.
You think it looks horrible? Really?
Part of me wants to throw it in the oven. Another part of me wants me to hire it and make it clean my house. I don't know.
I actually think even with this foot, someone's going to make an upgrade kit that's going to kind of just like slip on to make it look like the flat truck. Yeah.
So this kind of brings us into like, would everyone here agree that like the fandom is kind of like the worst it's ever been in regards to the separation, like clear, like almost like partisan separation of like third party is better, Hasbro's better, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gotten way worse. Like, I feel like when I scroll through and I don't get involved in much of that nonsense, but I feel like when I scroll through my news feed, I see it more now than ever before. Which, to me, really signifies that Hasbro is doing something right. That the discussion is even kind of happening a lot now, where people feel like they have a leg to stand on in that argument. But at the same time, it's obviously not good for the fandom, to constantly be at each other's fucking throats over the shit. But I just want to go on record and say, because I know I've had a fair amount to do with it, too, because of my opinions about Hasbro and third party and so forth. But I don't hate Hasbro fans, and at all. And I totally get being a Hasbro fan. The kind of the shit that I hate is people that trash third-party shit because they can't afford it. Or not even because they can't afford it, because I don't necessarily even believe that, but that they choose not to afford it. And if that's the way you want to live your life, where you're like, okay, I'd rather have 5 deluxes than this one Voyager third-party, like, I understand. I understand that, and that's fine. You earn the money, you do whatever the fuck you want with it, but don't shit on something because of that. That's what I have kind of been against, is people that have, oh, fuck third party, but they don't have any fucking third party. Now, like, but at the same time, like, I've said before, like, I listen to RFC. I hear Kilby complaining about third party all the time, and then when they ask Kilby what fucking third party he's picked up, he's like, I can't remember now off the top of my head, but it's like, picked up a couple KFC tapes and Defender, and it's like, okay, well, like, you don't have, like, okay, you went out.
He already failed already
to buy the shittiest third party you could possibly find, and now you're basing your opinions off of those pieces, and I would feel the same way you do. But you don't hear those sorts of arguments from people that are buying the more quality third party pieces.
Say that shit about Feral Rex. See what he said.
Exactly. Exactly. Or he might have Warlord up in his collection. Like
Hexatron.
No. I'm talking about the Unique Toys Predaking. He might have that puppet.
No, I'm just saying, if you have there's just certain third party stuff out there that's just way above, way above everything. It's just almost perfect.
So what are your guys' thoughts on this rift, and now, like, it used to be that third party people were like always defending it, but now third party is like on the offense. It's like, it's becoming like it's becoming kind of a snobbish thing, which I'm not crazy about. Personally.
My personal experience with it, the first time I saw snobbery like that was when the Generation Springer came out, and someone made a post about, like, oh, well, nice try, Hasbro, but Fansproject knocked it out of the park with this figure, blah, 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 blah. And he had, like, a string of comments on his profile, and I was just like, I guess in the end, it's just, you could just basically label it as beauty being in the eye of the beholder. So, some people are going to think it's worth it. Sometimes I think some of the figures I buy that are third party are worth my money. If I'm not confident that I would enjoy that thing, I'm not going to buy it. So,
right.
It's not a hard thing to decipher. But people's attitudes toward them, like, I tend to stay away from those groups that contain those type of quote discussions, because it just doesn't bother me. It bothers me to the point where it's like it makes the fandom look bad.
Right.
So, I just tend to stay away from those type of individuals. The hell with them.
Greg, you here? I heard somebody got kicked off, so I'm guessing that was him. Justin?
I think it's really easy to use the price and, like that, the way you, like, treat whatever's out there previously or may come as superior to third party is simply to, convince yourself you don't want it, in a way. And, so, like, I think there's a lot of times I think that's kind of the case. Like, what I actually don't understand about a lot of people is like the crazy amount of loyalty to Hasbro that exists. Like, and that's not trying to be, say like don't support Hasbro or anything like that. It's just like certain people who refuse to do anything else and like kind of take a shit on people who are in the third party. I've seen it with other fairly major outlets for news. The site owners refuse to buy third party stuff because they feel like somehow that's wrong for Hasbro. But like at the same hand, it's like, why? Like, what this? Unless Hasbro is actually paying your salary, like.
Yeah, I think I know which site you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
And I listen to their podcast, and a lot of times, like I'm, but at the same time, that same guy, and I'm not trashing the guy, but he will, talk about the Repro-Labels he bought, and I'm like, dude, like that's third party.
Yeah, whether you choose to realize it or not, that's a third party thing. Like, yeah, sure, it's improving your old original Hasbro figures, but at the same time, like it's not Hasbro. You should have just gone ahead and tried to find another mint and seal box Hasbro version if that's what you really care about.
Right.
So,
did anyone notice how I made I started to make a joke about Big Bad Toy Store, and then I got kicked off Skype?
No, I think you got kicked off even before saying that.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, we
Did
didn't
I?
do nothing.
Oh, I was gonna. Okay, well, can I repeat my joke then?
Yes.
Please.
Big Bad Toy Store has Titan Class Devastator listed for tomorrow at 3:45.
We did get that one.
Oh, and then I got kicked off.
Yeah. So you missed all of our setup, but what are your thoughts on Devastator? I guess we'll go back there.
I might buy one.
Yeah,
I already said that.
Better or worse than Minosaur?
Better.
Better or worse than Superion?
I don't know. I don't have Superion yet.
I mean, just from
like the way Silverbolt looks. I kind of like the way Silverbolt looks in package. I saw him today. I'll have him tomorrow. And I don't know, man. This Omega Prime or whatever the fuck they're calling him, Ultra Prime. I'm starting to rethink. Like, I think it's gonna be a fun line. I mean, I have. Are you being serious? I have Uranus, and I have Hercules. So like, these aren't serious considerations for me. Like, I'll pick these up probably just to have them, but yeah, these aren't like replacing anything in my collection. It's been Brainstorm we're talking about,
right?
You know what I mean?
But I mean, do you think that this is the best one that we've seen of the Combiner Wars line? Would you say that?
I mean, from what we've seen, possibly. I mean, it just depends. Like, I want to see better pictures of it before I make that. Decision.
Yeah, because I would have to say it, but we kind of led into like, there's a lot like this has dug up that whole third party versus Hasbro discussion again, and we're starting to see like, I'll tell you, like I think it was in the cafe recently. I think I could be wrong about that, but your boy Nick, like he kind of made a good point. He was just like, God damn it, like. Can't I have fucking 2 seconds to enjoy this thing before everybody tells me there's a $500 better version?
Yeah.
Well, keep in mind. Keep in mind, as soon as fucking Combiner Wars came out, all those motherfuckers were jumping up going, yeah, fuck you about your stupid fucking Uranus.
Right.
How stupid do you feel now?
Right.
They're just like Michael Bay fans, and I don't want to get into that bullshit, but the minute they think they have the upper hand, they want to talk shit, and then the minute they feel like they're getting shitted on, they want to fucking cry. That's just how it is.
No, that's a good point.
But it's just like us. Don't we have a topic about snobbery coming up?
That's what we're tying it all together.
The one thing that kind of, and it goes back to exactly what I said about Devastator, like, the best things, advancements in everything in the world is at the result of competition,
Right.
And as much as I would love to stop buying third party and count on Hasbro and Takara to fill all my needs for everything on my shelf, all that stuff. Like, I would love that. ideal for me that would happen. But it seems like with the competition out there, they're the only ones that like take steps backwards to me, like, or don't even pay attention to what's out there. And I wish it wasn't that way.
You think that, like, you don't think that this is a sign that they are paying attention?
I don't think it's. I
Or
think
you don't
it
it's
is
enough of a sign.
I don't think it's enough of a sign. It's not a, they haven't taken it to the next level, so to speak, based off of, what's out there. I think it's an improvement of what they have, but, like, really, like, I just don't see any reason why they can't make, like, Matt says, you think they could make a better Hercules? Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt. Without the crappy weak joints in the thighs, without the gear stripping, better paint apps, more part counts, more complicated transformation, half the price. Like, absolutely, they could make that happen.
But I think
would
you say your Devi's on the level?
If I understood what that reference meant, sure.
No, you don't listen to the fucking radio? Jesus Christ.
No.
Anyway, the thing what Hasbro, I think Hasbro is paying attention, and and I'm, like I said, I'm a big Hasbro fan. I'm just a big Transformer fan. I got Transformers from third party, and I think third party help. Hasbro, I think, cuts corners just to throw third party will have something to make. Because like, remember the Ultra Magnus?
I don't know about that.
Matt, that's ridiculous.
What?
Because
they made that Ultra Magnus, and then they made that add-on kit to make it even better.
Right, but
and then they made the Rodimus. They made an add-on kit.
Okay, well, I think I understand what you're saying. I just don't think that you worded it properly because you were saying it
I didn't word it properly.
You're saying it kind of sarcastically, like they're making shit just to help third party.
Sometimes. I'm not all the time.
You don't think they're really sitting in a room going, okay, and let's give third party a hand.
But I think they work hand in hand sometimes. I think Hasbro just like eating chips or something. I think that Hasbro makes some things sometimes just so people, the third party will make it. They know they're going to make it better. They know Repro-Labels out there are going to make that shit better. MPs are just perfect almost all the time. But throw a couple labels on there and it makes them a little better. And I just thought, like with the Ultra Magnus, the add-on sets for Rodimus and everything just made them better. And I think it complements each other. I see the snobbery, and I read all the the comments on everything, and I get shit on all the time for liking Hasbro. But like I said, I like both. I have just as many third parties stuff as I do
I feel like there's I kind of feel like third party has always kind of been the underdog in this game.
Oh, it will be. For a while. It's given time.
But what I'm saying is now it's starting to feel like that attitude is changing, and it's
and nobody has the right to feel shit on things. You're a grown ass man collecting toys. Okay, just take it as if you're a third party collector. Hey, more power to you. If you're a Hasbro collector, more power to you. Just love the Transformers. Just love them for what they are. They're great fucking toys. So don't think you're all high and mighty. You're a 40-year-old man living in your mother's basement collecting toys. Don't fucking think that you're better than everybody just because you collect third party. Or I don't think I'm ever better than anybody because I collect Hasbro or third party. Just get off your fucking high horse and just enjoy what they are. They're
it's even worse.
Do you guys want to know what I just did in my head while Matt was saying that? You know that scene in Mars Attacks where they welcome the Martians and they release the doves? I just put Matt in that scene with that speech. And it was
I told you, babe, if I do as I'm told, I get all the stuff.
Just enjoy it. It's a great time to be a Transformer collector. You have so much stuff out there. You have Hasbro, you have third party. Just go at it. If you can't afford something, so be it. Just get what you can.
I actually agree with you wholeheartedly. Yeah. And I think the stupid fucking back and forth. I just think it's stupid. It was funny as a kid for a while. And then people got...
Life is too short, man.
Well, and it's like both sides are just as bad as the other. Fucking everybody wants to fucking criticize, you bought that, you bought that. And then it even got worse. It even got third-party people versus third-party people. They're like, oh my god, I can't believe you bought Giant. Hercules was the best. Vice versa.
Yeah, that was like, really?
You fucking bought Ollie. I can't believe you bought Ollie. Meanwhile, they have fucking the KFC tapes. You know what I mean? It's like, everybody makes mistakes.
Or the Tetra Jets. You got the Tetra Jets.
Yeah, or the Tetra Jets.
It gets even worse though. Like the worst case I've seen in snobbery is when someone goes into explicit details of what their opinion is of being a good figure, and when they have a certain scale they follow by and has to meet certain criterias, and because if it's not within their criteria, whatever you bought and you're talking to another friend about, it's absolute shit in their eyes, and they don't care because they sit there and say they will make statements that you bought it because you thought it's shiny, but yet at the same time, according to their scale, their procedure of buying third-party figures, visual appeal is necessary. That's the same shit as saying that you bought something because it's shiny. So, you basically, you're a vapid human being. So I really could care less about it. And that's like the worst I've ever really seen the snobbery.
Yeah, I've just seen it. Oh, go ahead.
You know who I'm talking about.
I was going to mention a guy, and he's a friend of mine, and I love him to death. I wouldn't trade him for, well, yeah, I would, but I don't like him that much. But he,
Shit.
like when the fucking Minosaur came out, and he was like, yeah, I like the Minosaur. And then someone was like, I don't know, I like my M3, right? So then he goes on this fucking rant, and then he singles me out and a couple other people because he knows that we have third party. And he's like, I just got easy off of my throat. And he's like, well, your Fansproject Minosaur is not 100% cartoon accurate. I'm like, well, it's actually kind of based on IDW, but whatever. So he starts posting IDW panels. And he's like, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? And it was just so fucking obnoxious. Yeah. And he's like, you third-party people are so fucking obnoxious. You think your shit's better than the Hasbro stuff. And I'm like, who's the one being fucking obnoxious here? Like, who's the one fucking hounding me in private messages? Not even in the post on the thread. He starts private messaging me with the shit. And I'm like, really?
Well, I just, I don't know. It's just like, I saw the whole post that happened, or I saw another post recently where a guy was actually making, like, he was actually being kind of a fucking gentleman about it. But he had, I can't, aerial bots. He had the gray one.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Firefly.
No, that's the red one. I know that because there's fire in it.
Skydive.
Is it Heidenreich?
Yes, Skydive or yeah.
That one.
Heidenreich.
And he had the TFC one standing right next to.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
The Hasbro one.
Yeah.
And like, first of all, his opinion to me is now more valid. This is just to me. Than one who does not have both. I'm just putting that out there also. But he was like, he said something along the lines of, like, I think Hasbro has done a really good job with this figure. But if anybody really thinks in their heart of hearts that this looks better than the TFC one, which in the picture is right next to it, he was like, something along the lines of, like, it was a joke. But it was something along the lines of, like, I don't know how you can sleep at night or something, which is an obvious joke. He doesn't really mean that he doesn't know how you can't sleep at night. But, people got out of control on this thread. People with, like, and guess who the people were that got out of control? The people who didn't don't have both. The people who fucking don't have both.
Internet soldiers.
And that's the shit that drives me fucking nuts. But whatever. I think that, like, I don't even. I said in the thread, I don't think that people should really be comparing. Like, we do it here because it's fun to fuck with Matt, but none of us really expect a $15 Hasbro toy to be better than a $100 third-party toy. It fucking shouldn't be.
God, I hope not.
Yeah, and honestly, as much grief as I give Hasbro for like the decisions, like I don't particularly like how the toys have gone, but I understand that there's a board of people who are much older than me who want their money, who are saying make it as cheap as you can. I don't give a crap what everybody wants, know, like. So I understand that there's probably the designers at Hasbro probably aren't happy with how the toy is turning out, but they don't have much say in it. So.
Right. Yeah, they don't have the budget. If they had the budget of a $100 toy, you would get $100 toy. I would imagine. I'd hope so.
It's obvious that those guys are more than likely passionate about what they're doing. They're not sitting down, the designers, trying to make the shittiest toy possible. You know, that shit is politics that's way above them. But it's just like, you know, I don't know. I don't think, like, I think that, you know, if we're going to compare something, like, let's compare fucking whatever, you know, Skydive or whatever, whichever one this one was, to Drag Strip. You know, it's a more realistic comparison. Like,
compare bank accounts, money bags,
and it's not just like third-party people's fault. It's everybody. So people on both sides of the aisle, which is how I'm fucking addressing it these days. Because it's just as bad as Republicans as Democrats, if not worse.
Yeah, just a bunch of whiny bitches.
Yeah, but the Germans are better than you.
But we appreciate y'all listening to us, though.
Sucking und die Wiener.
Und.
Wiener.
Und die
The
Wiener.
Wiener. Yeah, like I said, just enjoy it. I mean, just whatever you like, just just enjoy it.
Yeah, it's so funny in here. It's not about a bunch of grown ass men fighting over fucking toys.
There you
Well, I
go.
want to make sure.
America.
I want to make sure. I got the gist of this whole argument. So, Bobby, what you're saying is you don't deserve to have an opinion unless you can afford both the third party and Hasbro.
No.
Yeah,
No.
that is
I
what
know.
he's saying. Yeah.
No. My,
I
totally
know.
what
I'm
he's
just kidding.
saying.
yeah, no, I
we
know, I know you're just kidding, but there's some idiot somewhere listening to this that doesn't.
Oh, he's already
He's
typing.
like, type,
He's already
type,
gonna
type,
start
type,
typing.
type.
Exactly. So
He's sitting
here,
there throwing darts at a photo of you. That shows that skullface motherfucker. Yeah. Give me more cheeses and ranch sauce.
He better not show up at BotCon.
I value the opinion
Oh,
of the individual that has both when comparing both. And I value the opinion of the individual who has one when speaking about one.
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
Right. Let's get some how are we doing on time, Justin?
We are. Let's see.
Oh, we're only about an hour in, I think.
Yeah, we're only about an hour.
An
We can
hour,
do
10 minutes in.
All right,
Yeah.
let's get another discussion going.
That was a good discussion, too. Yeah, that was pretty
About
good.
third-party knockoffs. Why are they needed? And is cost of third-party knockoffs making a real thing not worth getting at retail prices?
Okay, so now we have these third-party knockoffs coming out of nowhere. We're getting all the fucking combiners. Now,
Why?
well, I'm guessing to get
I know, why?
for the exact reason that we're getting, you know, like these are
Yes.
probably more comparable to the Hasbro Combiner ones, just because they're cheaper, right? So
Yeah.
the theoretically the person that can afford, but the person that chooses to spend their money on the
I
$15
like to use the
product
word deserve, but whatever.
can now do these KOs. But like, I think it's funny because like it's gonna put these third party companies in a pinch, because like if these knockoff companies can turn around product fairly quickly, like, because they're getting all this shit out, like almost all the Stunticons are done.
Damn.
Yep.
So like if they can, if like they're gonna
and
start putting
Hercules.
the Hercules too, they're gonna start putting a serious pinch on.
Man, that's fucked up, man.
But we're gonna see how they hold up stability wise.
I feel this is infinitely worse than anybody could have any complaints for, where third parties actually involved. Like, talk about like ruining franchises and stuff. It's not even just the third party that's hurt by it. Like, I know people out there who are like, oh, I like that masterpiece, I'll wait for the KO. Like, that is what is killing everything. You know, like,
And
like,
Pretty much.
and a lot of these purists have KO masterpieces.
yeah, and I want to tell you, like, yeah, I would love to pay $40 for my masterpiece. You know, I own a couple of the KOs. I own a lot of non-KOs too. So, you know, don't hold that against me. I'm not a treasonous for Japan or whatever. But you know, like, the point is, like,
I reported your video to Takara. You son of a bitch. That'll teach you.
that is me. But no, I mean, like, the point is like, if there's anything that's gonna kill off things, it's gonna be the KO, because if you're not actually supporting what you actually like. Yeah, like anyone who's buying the Hexatron, KOs apparently loves Hexatron, but not enough to actually support the company that designed it. So future projects like Hexatron can come out. Like that's a shitty move.
Keep in mind that KO is half the fucking size, probably a third the quality, and it's only fucking $50 cheaper.
Yeah.
That's right.
Fuck
Wash your
knockoffs.
hands, you dirty boy. Wash them.
Yeah, put the lotion on the skin.
What?
Fuckers.
What? Fuck knockoffs, man.
I remember seeing the whole fiasco with the Fansproject and Decepticon set that they had released. Their what were they called? The Causality. Am I saying that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember seeing them normally they were going. I wasn't really paying attention to third party when they came out. They were like what, 70 a piece when they came out?
They were like
Yeah.
50.
Yeah,
Were they
yeah.
70?
Yeah, they were. I think they were like 60 and then shipping, so 70's fair.
All right, so they're selling on eBay for like $40, or you go to a certain website and they'll have like disclaimers like these are not of the original quality plastic. They may have some issues. I mean, I just remember seeing that stuff and going like, wow, it's really, I guess they're doing a good job because they're getting fucking knocked off.
Well, Fansproject stuff has been getting, like you said, has been getting knocked off for a while. But like now, like it seems like TFC's getting knocked off, and not for nothing. I got 2 TFC combiners and another one on the way. I'm not anti-TFC, but if I was a knockoff company and I was going to knock off a fucking third party, it'd be TFC because it's the simplest amount of engineering going into that shit.
Absolutely.
With the exception of Defense Sword.
I mean, you gotta love the balls on some of these companies when they make like a commercial or like some sort of promo for it. Action construction vehicles combine. And it's like
Actually, you gotta have some balls when you take that promotion, put it on your YouTube channel, and monetize it. But that's neither here nor there.
It's kind of like having a YouTube channel that plays intros from other people's videos and the IP you're reviewing and uses that as your own intro and monetizes it and doesn't get caught. Just saying.
You videoed your mom shoveling the fucking snow.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
22-year-old ass was too fucking lazy to fucking pick up a shovel, and instead you fucking focus on her ass.
You was the hot chocolate.
And if you call me on saying that shit, then you're admitting you did wrong. Just saying.
I used one time I used a piece of music that I made and I got dinged for it.
Yep.
Well, that one time you used that fucking oh god, I can't think of the motherfucker's name now.
Al Pacino.
You used that George Carlin piece and fucking we got dinged. You played that shit in the background.
Oh yeah, it was Al Pacino, right? The Devil's Advocate bit.
No, it was George Carlin. It was it wasn't the dirty words. It was the 5-letter words. It was something else.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that is incredibly hard to defend on YouTube too. I mean, if I get dinged for it 90% of the time, I drop the video and re-upload it because they won't catch it. Just do it that way. But even with proof that you have like permission to use it, they're like, nope.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what's really killing fucking Transformers? YouTube. Let that sink in for a minute. You got a bunch of motherfuckers telling you what you should buy and what you shouldn't buy. Meanwhile, they're being paid by the fucking very companies they're telling you to buy. They're posting these fucking like long ass rants under the fucking guise of it being a video review, and mainly what they're stating is their own opinion. And then you're listening to shit like this? And it's a bunch of fucking losers that have nothing better to do on currently it's Tuesday night, but let's pretend it's Friday night and fucking talk to you about some fucking shit that doesn't really fucking matter. And I'm probably going to sell it by the time you hear this. Even it's not out yet.
That's true.
So fuck. YouTube's killing the fucking Transformers. Just buy what you fucking like and love it and enjoy it. And don't tell anybody else because they're going to fucking trash you in a thread.
Yeah, and don't stop listening to us, though.
Does that sum it up?
You should probably write a review about it now while you're at it.
But I'll tell you what, just to get it back on track a little bit, the people that have been shitting on third party and saying it's not because of price better not pop up with any of these KOs.
yeah, absolutely. And the I'm hypocritical in the sense that I do own KOs and I do buy KOs, and there's specific types of KOs that I can kind of endorse, like KOs of G1 things. Like, I think you should still have the G1, but it's pretty damn nice to have a swoop without a broken beak, you know, like, and Hasbro hasn't made one of those happen. G1 Wheeljack complete with his stickers, no white chipping, and all his spoiler pieces. Yeah, I own that, you know, but yeah, to go for a third party thing like this, and you know,
or if you are against KOs and you bought one and now you're selling it in a group on Facebook, make sure you type the letters LOL at the end of your listing, and also involve the words I know, guys. LOL 25 ship. So.
Yep.
25 shit.
Also, if you are the type of person who buys KOs and tries to pass them off as the real thing, like, you are a complete and total scumbag, and I have zero respect for you.
Yeah.
Hey, it was just that one fucking masterpiece tape.
Well, I have a KO.
It was just that one.
I have the KO Tiger Tracks.
I needed the money.
And you had a KO rat bat?
Yeah, I do. Absolutely.
I have 5 of those motherfuckers.
We know.
Do I think it's ethical? No. Do I think that my buying Rat Bat is going to put the Takara masterpieces out of business? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe they got their ass handed to them by making a bad business decision.
Now,
But,
Justin, do you think forcing someone to buy a $150 masterpiece figure to get this one little tape is ethical?
No. Like, exactly. So I bought the KO on the principle of what it was. Like, you know, I have every single other masterpiece tape in the more expensive Japanese form. Except that one, because I don't want Sound Blaster, and I don't want to pay for Rat Bat with a Sound Blaster accessory. You know? Like,
Yeah,
Und that is why you are head of the science division in the Yahtzee party.
And just wait until KFC makes Twincast, and that one motherfucker who's on eBay selling those $70 fucking Rat Bats and sitting on a pile of Sound Blasters, he's gonna cash in. He's gonna retire.
Yeah.
But I have Tiger Tracks because I don't know who the fuck Tiger Tracks is. I would never buy the Takara, and unless it was at that price point where I got the KO, because I don't care enough about it. Just wanted to take a look at it, and I got it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you know, I also fucking have I have the official Red Alert. I have the official Sideswipe. You know, as you know, I have the official masterpiece. Every fucking G1 character. You know, so.
I hear you on that. Like, I missed out on the masterpiece Sideswipe when it first was released. So there was someone here in the States that sold the knockoff Sideswipe. So, you know, I purchased it, figuring the worst case scenario was absolute shit, which it kind of wasn't. You know, some parts of them had some nicks here and there, but you know, for $40 I paid for them, it wasn't that bad.
Right.
You know, compared to, because, you know, they weren't, at the time, they weren't planning on re-releasing them, so everyone, of course, he went from like 70 to like 140.
Yeah.
Because that's eBay logic.
In that instance, that's when I actually can get behind a KO. If it's not available, you know, I don't really care. But when you have the product that is just, it is out there, it is available, then it's just a low scummy move. So.
And you don't have to justify buying knockoffs. I mean, I know we're just doing it for the show and everything, but you know, if that's what you want to buy, I don't have any knockoffs at all that I know of, and I don't buy knockoffs. But I don't, you know, I don't dog anybody else for buying
the same
stuff.
thing.
I mean,
it's not even really the principle of the thievery of it. It's more about, you know, people. What we're talking about is this: the people will fucking cry you a river about the price of all this, all this shit, and how third party isn't official, and don't buy unofficial shit. But then
I was just justifying for you and Justin. We're saying I don't think y'all have to. People know that y'all buy the real stuff, and y'all don't have to justify
right. But
saying
I'm
we
just
buy
saying,
one
like,
knockoff. You know, I don't think y'all have to say I can buy a knockoff if I want to.
Right. No, but I think that what we're trying to say is that it's not a blanket statement. Do you know what I mean? It's not like not right. But like, you know, it's just the same fucking argument of people that will complain all day about you buying third party because it's not official.
Right.
But then buy that masterpiece knockoff.
Yeah. You're
just actually.
You just, I mean, I guess contradicting yourself or something, or you're just like why I can't afford to buy the third party stuff because it's not official Hasbro stuff, but then I go buy off that knockoff shit
and you're legitimately hurting the company because
you're taking money out of people's pockets.
Fansproject's Kubrar is not interfering with Masterpiece Sideswipe sales.
No, not at all.
But knockoff Sideswipe is fucking
directly affecting that.
Exactly.
But question.
Yeah.
Isn't the third party prices? Most of them are similar to Masterpiece prices.
The third party prices.
Aren't they like similar?
I would say it's in the ballpark. I mean, what do you mean exactly?
Like, how much was Citizen Stacks compared to Ultra Magnet?
One was one.
When it came out, it was.
The next was like 130 something or something.
130, yeah. So that would be definitely comparable. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, and what about Bobby?
I mean, I was just saying because they say you can't afford third party, but they go out and buy a whole bunch of masterpieces, which are almost the same price. So.
Well, and Bobby and I had this conversation on the phone when it came out. People were bitching about Scoria being 180, but then they turn around and they were paying fucking like 200 plus for Grimlock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Or the same goddamn Seeker mold.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes.
How many Grimlock molds did we get out of that? 5?
I mean, that Seeker mold. There's no fucking reason why Skywarp should have been. Well, there is a reason because it was an exclusive. But there's no reason why it should have been an exclusive in the first fucking place. And
no, it should have been $100 at least. The most.
Even I sold my fucking Asterix Azalea for fucking over double the fucking price I paid for it. Because motherfuckers are suckers.
But like that's that was a cash grab, and that should have that same kind of thing. You're like, okay, I have the MP11 mold as Sunstorm, Acid Storm, Thundercracker, Starscream, and now Skywarp 2, and I'm paying more than what I started off paying for it. You know what I mean?
Money bags.
But I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah, it is. They could have charged $100 for that, and it still would have made some money off of it. I mean, they've already made their money off of that mold. I mean, they could, it didn't have to be $200, but whatever.
Bobby, as a guy who's bought as many hookers as you have, you should understand you got to pay a little extra for the good. You know what I mean?
Tickle the butthole.
Yeah. The old
you get
the old bareback.
The old bareback.
You gotta pay a little extra for the licking and never mind.
There you go. Tickle, tickle, tickle.
All right, what's next on our discussion list?
What we got next?
Fansproject exclusives.
Oh, this is Justin and I's. Okay, so let me give the background on this. For those that don't know, Fansproject.
Hang on. All right.
Fansproject had, and Justin and I have already talked about this like privately, so it's kind of rehashing for us, but we're more interested in what the other people have to say on the show. But like, okay, so Fansproject said they were going to offer this exclusive club thing, and if you join, you subscribe to it, then you got this exclusive figure, and then the core bots, different color core bots, ended up being the exclusive. And Justin thinks that is what everyone should have thought it was going to be, and that it's a perfectly good exclusive.
And I am laughing at you from my high horse if you did not think that. And,
right, he's also doing that.
And he made out of a broken toaster in a microwave.
And I think that while it is predictable that it was going to be something small, that they purposely kept it clouded in mystery because it's kind of a shit exclusive, and had they fucking put it out there, they wouldn't have gotten nearly the amount of subscribers to their exclusive club. So, good exclusive or bad exclusive? What would you say, Matt?
Well, wait a second. Before we go for that, let me let me throw my 2 cents here as to why
go.
I think it should have been writing on the wall. So the buy-in for this figure was either you purchased the trailer or they made a second release of Steel Core available. To get him, you had no choice but to buy the trailer and Steel Core. There wasn't an option just to buy Steel Core. So the added cost, or the subscription came with the trailer. That's how it was. The trailer has no transforming capabilities. It's simply a troop carrier that can fit 6 of these little Corebot things inside it. If you count the blue release, which is 1, the red release we knew is coming as an exclusive for being a member. So right there kind of should key you off that, what the exclusives are going to be. And you count Revolver / Roadbuster, that is a total of 3. There's 4 exclusives total, right?
I don't recall. The math worked out.
I believe it's 4 exclusives total. So, presuming that there were going to be other cores, that's 3 more cores. That puts you at 6. And then you had, the green from, the hell's their name? Recoiler and whatever. So right there, you've got a full trailer and someone to actually pilot Steel Core.
Number.
It seems very straightforward that, you'd be getting the actual cores to fill the non-transforming trailer. And that's kind of where my standpoint was, is you've got a trailer designed to be a troop transport carrier. This exclusive's most definitely going to be something cheap along the lines of the Corebot / the Target Masters that they gave away for free. How you could expect something more is kind of beyond me at this point. So, and that's why it's now the kind of the argument of the good exclusive, bad exclusive that Bobby and I have been having has been, well, if you bought into the idea of Steel Core, you kind of you probably like the look, and he's most definitely got a big chest piece that is one of these. All right, Oscar, calm down there, buddy. No, but you got a chest piece here that's most definitely one of these chest pieces. So your exclusive, in my opinion, also couldn't be something that wasn't compatible with. They couldn't offer you an exclusive piece to make Defender better by buying Steel Core or his trailer. So presumably it had to be an upgrade in some way to Steel Core or something to do with Steel Core. That's kind of where, Bobby says it's not a good exclusive. I say, well, you're just not into the idea of Steel Core. If you're someone who was interested in Steel Core, it's kind of a more interesting exclusive than,
Yeah, I hear you. My thing with it was, I think that your logic is sound. I think that it makes sense, but also I was tempted to go in on the subscription, and I was only tempted because of the idea of exclusive, those magic words within the fandom. And the word exclusive within the fandom carries a certain amount of weight. And when I saw what the exclusive was, I was like, phew, thank God. Thank God I didn't go in on that, and I'm not missing something awesome. Especially, when you think about, Fansproject exclusive over the last year, they've had 2 Dinobots and a Stunnicon as their exclusives. So I just think that they definitely knew what they were doing when they said, sign up for this exclusive. We're not going to tell you what it is, because I would fair to wager that they've got a fair amount of subscriptions from people that are like, man, that's the exclusive. I would just fair to wager that that's the case.
Sure, and I'm sure you're probably right, and I think it boils down to that there is a incredibly large amount of impulsive bad decision makers when it comes to any collecting out there. And you're probably, I don't think you're wrong that they tried to appeal, they tried to appeal to anyone they can by not really telling you what it is. I still think the writing was there. Obviously you had a fleeting thought of it, but were smart enough to not buy into it. Yeah, and it kind of gets to my other thing is like people who kind of buy things for the exclusives and stuff. Like it kind of bothers me, like it's sort of the BotCon mentality, I guess. Like the exclusive figures are so often considered the draw of everything else, and it shouldn't be that way. Like I feel that's a really bad reason to ever buy into anything. Is like, well, I don't really like BotCon, I just want the figure, so I'll go ahead and spend $300. Like I think that's really bad decision on your part, and probably need to go ahead and check how you manage finances and everything before you make any life decisions. But
So basically, Justin presented his argument, I presented mine, and then Justin proceeded to call me everything but a white man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then that was that was pretty much how the day went on. What are your thoughts on this exclusive? Good, bad, indifferent, predictable, not predictable, serves them right, or that sucks for them, Oscar?
Predictable, but I benefit from this exclusive deal because I got a Steel Core figure out of it. Which, as soon as I'm able to remember to pack up a Rodimus to get prepared, I will be receiving them in return.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, not biased in any way whatsoever.
Right. Antoine.
Yeah, predictable that I'm getting the Steel Core thing. But I can see from other people, they be like, this is garbage. No point to it. So, yeah.
Deluxe.
Man, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about, man.
Greg.
Wow.
I agree with Justin. Like I knew when I saw it was going to be something minuscule and mediocre. I didn't care. I didn't sign up because I didn't want the trailer for Steel Core because I don't have Steel Core because he's not a Transformer. So
wow.
Yeah, I had no dog in that fight to begin with, but I do kind of agree with Justin that you should have seen it coming. I mean, that was kind of, it was pretty obvious it was going to be a thing. I do have Combiner Wars Prime. If you guys want to talk about him.
Does he need that trailer, that Steel Core trailer?
He should. He needs a trailer.
I'm going to say this Transformers vs. Star Wars for like a larger argument.
A rainy day, so to speak.
Yeah, but because that one's going to go on, I think. Or
hell yeah, I got to start writing down some shit.
No one cares. There, I settled it.
So we have some questions. Daniel L. says, can somebody please explain the way Transformer life is created in the IDW comics? I read the wiki and it was a bit confusing. I was hoping for a dumbed down version. Greg, can you handle that?
I was just about to say, I'm nerdy enough to handle that. So what's the question here? Let's break down the question. So how is life created?
Transformer life created? It dumbed down.
Okay. Well, our good buddy Alex Milne gets with James Roberts, and basically he comes up with some rough sketches of what he thinks these characters should look like, sticking with the Hasbro idea of faceplates, noticeable features, whatever.
I think we're going along the wrong route.
You mean like where babies come from?
Right.
Okay, where babies come from. Okay. All right. So what happened apparently is the planet gave off sparks to begin with from the quote-unquote well, and also they started manifesting in fields like fucking strawberries forever. So they were harvesting these sparks, and they were getting bodies. And then I think what happened was the sparks started to dry up for whatever reason, which I don't think they ever explained it. And so you started doing the spark splitting, and that's where you got your cold constructed, which people like Star Saber and who was it? Chief Justice Tyrese. Sorry, not Tyrese. Sorry, I'm thinking about the live action movies. Terrorist.
I think it was around
left cheek.
And hopefully not Green Lantern.
Whatever. Fuck Green Lantern. That movie didn't exist. Except on the clearance shelves.
No, they're talking about him playing John Stewart. But anyway.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Greg. Continue.
Oh, I don't even fucking care anymore. It's fucking stupid.
It's
So you
basically a
harvest-
farm. They're grown. They're harvested. They're your Ultra Sparks or something like that. They make Optimus Prime.
There is a gentleman
Shut
who's
the fuck up,
having.
Snoop.
There's a gentleman
Shut
having
the fuck
arguments with Bobby on his YouTube channel that would be more than happy to discuss with you the genital locations of Transformers and stuff. Unfortunately, I know this for a fact. So.
Hey, no, this is actually integral to a lot of the IDW story in the beginning.
Sure.
Well, in the beginning of their history. So they're not just farmed; they're popping up everywhere, and that depends. That determines where a lot of these battles take place because the Decepticons are looking for the bright green sparks. Ooh, which are the strong ones? That's where you get your Six Shot, and your Overlord, and your Sky Shadow, and apparently your fucking Roller. Because, fuck it.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, and then eventually they all start drying up.
That's
They all start drying up, so they start splitting them. That's where you get your coal constructed ones, and then there's experiments like Jaxus, and you get your Arcee. They're trying to make new forms of life. Your Monstructor, your Combiners. But yeah. So it's pretty fucking nerdy when you talk about it. So never ask me a question like that again. Or I'll fucking come track you down. I know where you live. I know you live in Chicago. I'll come track your ass down and fucking... Well, never mind. I'm just kidding.
So the second part of this question was just a thought, but in Transformers the movie, everybody just assumed that Arcee, Cub, Hot Rod, and the rest of the new cast had cybertronian alt modes. Did it ever occur to anyone that maybe they were future 2006 Earth vehicles? I mean,
Did
this
anyone
is...
say they had cybertronian alt modes in the movie?
No, but I'll tell you, I honestly, like, I never thought about that when I read this. I was like, good point. Like, I'd always assumed they were cybertronian alt modes, but I guess they could very well be Earth alt modes.
So Ultra Magnus was a fucking cybertronian.
Well,
wait,
Hot Rod.
Wait,
more
that
so Hot
Hasbro
Rod.
Defensor can't be a futuristic fire truck, but they can be.
Here we go.
Oh,
Here
so
we go.
y'all.
Here we go. Here we
So
go.
hold up, let me get this straight. They can be futuristic cars, but that fucking fire truck can't be futuristic.
Yes, because
Man, get
that
the
is
fuck
actually,
out of here.
that is actually that is actually taking place like in the future. It's not taking place in the
Man.
present with the
Whatever.
other Combiner Wars that are based on the comic. That's also in the fucking present.
Actually, Matt, Hot Rod was actually based off of the Dome Zero, which was a concept futuristic car from, I believe, mid-70s, early 80s. So, yeah, that's it. I actually am kind of in Greg's standpoint. I kind of always thought they were kind of futuristic.
It's the year
Earth vehicles.
2005.
And
And
Matt
Matt
Matt just appeared
about
that
something
truck.
with Hasbro, and Justin put him in his place.
Right, but my only reason for that basis was understanding the car that he actually was modeled after, so...
It still could be futuristic Protectobots.
You know what, Matt? Nobody cares
So
about
wait, we say that Combiner Wars Minosaur is like a futuristic version of my trash.
Yes.
Or
Really?
Down Central.
When it's all said and done, he's going to end up in my trash can.
It's futuristic Down Central, man.
What? Man, but I love this fucking-
animal.
I can't wait for this fucking... I can't wait to get the other limbs for fucking Prime. Oh my god, I'm so behind this thing. With the
More
hands on the
questions?
shoulder.
Yeah, more questions?
Oh my god.
Yes, we got more questions. Justin
Yes.
L said if you could have
Hey, Justin.
we've tackled this question a number of times, but
Oh, I have an answer for it. God damn it.
it's always good to go through again. It constantly changes. If you could have anything made by any company, what would you want from what company? And we'll
I
start
want a
with-
listener that would ask an original fucking question.
Don't listen-
We love you, Justin. We love
we
you.
we love all the Justins.
I do love I had a great time with Justin at TFCon. All the Justins, actually. Yeah. We have a Justin going down.
Oh, I wanted to ask you. There was a joke that was made at TFCon when we were sitting outside the bar, and I can't remember. I remember it being funny as shit. We had to talk about it after the show, but
Was it Head Baby?
Greg.
Was it up, baby?
it was
By any
about somebody that was walking up, and
Yeah, it was the Brain Baby. And we all were cracking up, and I was like, Quado. Or no, I was like, Quaid, you must. restore Mars, and we were talking about somebody having a growth that kind of looked like it was a fucking baby trying to get out. Is that the joke?
Yeah, maybe that. Maybe that was it. Anyway, if you get
If you
anything
send
by
me
any
$5 in a self-addressed stamped envelope, I'll send you the name of the person we were joking about.
So, Oscar.
All right.
Or not.
He's off saving Mars. Go to Matt.
All right, Greg.
I already answered this question so many times. I want a decent instructor. I already got my Abominus, it looks like he's coming. Man, I don't fucking know. Like, I'm kind of getting everything I want right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I want a Galvatron, I want a Cyclonus, I want a Scourge, but fuck, it looks like we're getting those from Hasbro or from Takara. Possibly. I mean, maybe a fucking Masterpiece Unicron that's going to cost $1,000 and finally make me fucking realize that I'm doing the wrong thing with
Nice. High five.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
What about
That
you,
fucking...
Deluxe?
I would love an MP Galvatron, Cyclonus, and Scourge.
Justin?
That's it.
Without a doubt, I want Takara to make a MP Jazz, because so far, no third-party company has made a worthy Masterpiece car.
Well,
yeah.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think they haven't made a Jazz yet?
Well, I can tell you why.
Oh, license. Okay.
Why Takara hasn't made her a third party?
Well, anybody.
Why a third party hasn't? Because it's the most obvious fucking choice.
Right.
And they think if they fucking made it, the minute they fucking make it, Takara's gonna be like, "Oh, look, it's Jazz," and you think they would have done that by now, and they haven't. So it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Fucking Mexican standoff between third party and Takara, I think.
Yeah, Takara Jazz would be fucking sweet.
Yeah, I'd say that's a fair assumption.
Sorry, Antoine.
Antoine, what do you got, buddy?
Well, actually, one of them came true, and that's the Masterpiece Perfector. Oh, that's happening.
Yeah.
Nice. No company actually called it Masterpiece. It's just the fans that call it Masterpiece. So,
wait, no, I'm thinking
somebody actually said that.
You didn't see the comments last fucking week's show?
No,
we got schooled by fucking Teach.
I'm gonna go look now.
He's like, don't call them they're not called Masterpiece, and always wear your mittens.
Okay.
I want a good Triptychon too. I like a new Triptychon would be pretty good too.
I want a deluxe class Triptychon.
There you go.
You know, I'm trying to think what I fucking want, man, and you know what I want? I want an official or unofficial, but officially, I think I'm ready. An officially stated Masterpiece Combiner. Like, I don't care which one it is. I'd prefer it not to be Devastator or Computron at this point. But that's what I want.
So you want RID or you want Masterpiece RID landfill? Phil. RID.
Who doesn't want a landfill? Shit.
I don't even know what that is.
It's RID.
Exactly. You want a Masterpiece, Revenge of the Fallen, Superion. Gotcha, buddy. We'll get right on that.
No.
You better watch that. I don't care which one it is statement because people are listening.
Is Oscar gone?
It looks like we lost him somehow.
No.
Can you try to get him back?
Yeah.
Let's see here. What is and this is also from Justin L. What is each of your favorite official and third party piece in your collection? Matt.
Ask me later.
Oh my God! It's always ask me later with you, Antoine.
Fansproject.
And official.
An official. God damn it. RTS Cyclonus.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can answer now.
All right, Matt,
What?
go ahead.
My wife's using
Whoa,
them.
whoa,
That's why I said wait.
hold on.
Wait, what's up, Antoine?
I said, why you say it like that, though?
Revenge, the fucking deluxe Cyclonus?
Yeah.
But
It was
do you have any?
surprising.
It's a surprising choice. Don't you
Yeah,
have Masterpiece?
that's out left field right there.
Don't you have Masterpiece Sideswipe?
Oh yeah, I do have that. Yeah.
And you think that Cyclonus is well? I mean, it says favorite. It doesn't say best. So I mean, it is what it is. It's your personal favorite, man. That's cool. I can't fucking even. I'm having a hard time even getting the words out. Like I'm having a hard time fathoming it. I mean, but like it's up to you, man. It's your world, Mac. We're just living in.
Oh god.
Deluxe. What do you got, buddy?
My favorite third party. It's gonna either be Hexatron or Feral Rex. Can we use combiners? I guess.
Yes.
Okay. And official. I love my MP11 Starscream, the coordination set. Starscream's my favorite, so whatever he is, I meant.
I can't blame you for that. Greg from Mercy.
Well, yeah, I have to agree with everybody else that's gone so far and said multiple things. If we can say combiners, Feral Rex, we can say single piece. I'm digging Hexatron again. Like every time I pick him up, he's my favorite again.
Yeah.
And as far as official piece, I'd have to say Combiner Wars Voyager Optimus Prime.
I thought you were gonna say. I swore you were gonna say Ollie. I was waiting for Ollie to come up.
Well, that's not official now, is it, Matt?
No, I meant for third party, man.
Oh.
I got a question real quick. Let me just because of Antoine's answer, and that now I'm fucking curious. Non-masterpiece, Matt. What's your favorite official piece?
Oh.
What's the? It should be easy. Somebody to choose from.
Oh, non-masterpiece.
I mean, either classic Starscream or G1 Starscream.
Okay. G1's kind of a cheat.
No.
Okay.
I'll take that. God dang, there's anything Starscream. I like everything that I have Starscream so far. That's really hard. I mean, I have a lot in my collection. I had to, think about what I have, and so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
what's your favorite though?
If you can't say masterpiece, I got to take back Combiner Wars Optimus Prime. I'd have to say.
What about Bobby? What's your favorite? No,
I'll go. I want to let Greg say his piece.
Okay.
Oh no! My real favorite official though, honestly, like not being a dick or not fucking around. I'm walking in the room and I'm looking. I have so much third party. I don't know. My favorite
that one Hasbro.
Well, I'm looking. I'm trying to find that one that sticks out. You know what? Like I'm kind of digging Springer. Soundwave. Masterpiece Soundwave.
Non-masterpiece.
We're not saying masterpiece. Fuck.
Brainstorm's a good choice too.
Yeah, I like Brainstorm. He's pretty good, despite all his faults, especially with his Repro-Labels. Springer. Fucking Springer.
Yeah, Springer's good.
Springer's good. BotCon Pyro. He's like the little Fiesta of my record store.
What about you, Justin?
Man, it's tough to say. For third party, I want to go Fans Toys, but I don't think I've had a perfect experience. So I'm going to actually go a different route, and I'm going to go with the Impossible Toys Alicon. Like,
oh, Lord. That was out of there, man.
I can't say that with a straight face. Actually, I kind of want to give it to more fun than Hexatron. I actually find the Perfect Effect Warden. I have a lot more fun messing around with him for whatever reason than Hexatron.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. I mean,
yeah, like I want Fans Toys to be up there, but each one of them I've had like a little issue with, and like I feel like thus far with Warden, except from like the frustration of trying to get him into tank mode, which is less and less frustrating when you understand how to connect things and make things not kind of pop apart. Like, he hasn't broke in any way, Like, I had to solder Soundwave's eye. I had to fix the scoria looseness. I had to remove the over-tighten part of Soar. So, like, every one of them kind of has a problem where, Perfect Effect Warrior just hasn't. And that kind of puts him at the top of the pile so far. But I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say he's the favorite out of what he is. It's just I enjoy messing with him more than anyone else.
Gotcha.
official.
When you're done.
Yes, please.
Sorry. Fuck. No. Keep going. I just want to. I wanted to elaborate. I wanted to add something that really fits in with what you just said, but I want to wait till you're done.
Sure. Official masterpiece 10 Optimus Prime. I feel there's no better Optimus out there. And if I'm not gonna go for a masterpiece, is it a cop out to say? Well, I guess not really a cop out. I'm gonna change from. I was gonna say Alternity, but I kind of like the alternators just because I really dig the realistic Alto. So, yeah, and of them, I guess. I don't know. I don't know which one would be my favorite. So, just alternate or something. So,
not to steer this.
Greg.
I was gonna say not to steer this too far off, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to cut everybody off. I've been dragging Hextron around for the last like 3 or 4 days, and literally dragging him around with me. And Ket's like, It's like, why don't you transform him? We're like, why aren't you playing with him? I'm like, I'm trying to. It's just so hard. She's like, you don't like him? I'm like, it's kind of a burden. Like, there's like so much. Like, I wanted to just like transform him around, but there's so many different things like to do with him. Like, I just kind of want to pose him and like not transform him. I don't know. Like,
yeah,
he might be my favorite to like fuck around with and pose.
Swords are badass.
Which ones?
Just the one. I mean, the ones he came with. I know the one you got are a lot better, but I mean, just when he poses with the swords, they're pretty badass.
With swords, she doesn't remember it, but I remember it. When I first got him, I was like, "What do you think he transforms into?" And she said, "Swords." Or she said, "Knives." She's like, "Knives." Nice. I was like, "You have no idea." Anyway, I'm sorry. I won't say anything else until it's time to say goodnight.
I was saying that I wasn't saying, but I was going to say my favorite third-party piece is definitely Rex, and my favorite masterpiece is the Takara Soundwave with Laserbeak. I just think that thing is I love it. I love every aspect of it. Like I love Laserbeak as much as I love Soundwave. Like I love that piece. That might be. Sometimes, we talk about the perfect Transformer. That's pretty damn close for me. And then for non-masterpiece, mine is Brainstorm. And it's not that I don't recognize his faults, but I think his biggest fault has to deal with his head. And I will never use the head gimmick because the Brainstorm that I'm really infatuated with and representing on my shelf. Doesn't use it really that much anyway, as far as where I've read up to. So he's pretty much perfect to me. I wish he wasn't as hollow, and I wish the plastic was a little bit more dense. But it's easily forgivable under the circumstances.
Hang on 1 second. I also wanted to qualify the alternators thing. Not that I think they're stellar Transformers, but to me they are the Transformers that most evoked prior to G1 what G1 actually was, which was realistic cars that turned into robots. And they are the reason that I got back interested in Transformers, seeing someone who had them in college. So that's kind of the nostalgia bone there again. So,
let's see what else here. Here's a quick one from Yule. Red Cross, the ambulance of Prometheus, which only Justin and I are collecting, an Oscar, which that's unfortunate he's not here. You know what? We'll save that one. All right, last one. Steve L. We've kind of talked about this as well, but looking at the price of Apollyon, do you guys think there's any chance of it being a quality figure? Too cheap, another $50 into better materials and QC might have made it a must-have. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. That one, Apollyon, man, is gonna be the. That's gonna be like the fucking figure of the year, or the Chronos of the year.
Wow.
Yeah, and the problem is that there's we've kind of seen that X-Transbots and KFC are the same company, or at least like made from the same place or something like that, because Greg, was it you who had tape on an X-Transbots toy that was KFC or
I
vice
think we both
versa?
did. I think both Greg
Yeah.
and I did.
Like I've never
Yeah,
experienced that.
Bobby got the KFC tape on his Ollie, and I actually got a box wrapped up in KFC tape with a replacement part for Ollie. So, I mean, it's kind of, just saying.
Yeah, and
That's-
so like
yeah.
like
Pretty clear cut.
KFC has proven that they can do pretty amazing masterpieces. Like, don't get me wrong, Transistor has his flaws with certain things that they did, but all in all, he's a good toy.
Yep.
And if Apollyon is built like Transistor, I don't think I'll have any complaints. If Apollyon is built like every other X-Transbots masterpiece, I'm out. And I'll never buy another X-Transbots again. And
See, if he's on the level of
That's
Crank,
all.
for me, I'm good. Because Crank to me has his flaws, but he's okay. You know, like,
No.
Well,
Megatron can't be okay. He has to be great. Man.
if you think he's going to be great, I'm telling you right now, you're setting yourself up for a bad day.
my worry is that like
Yeah.
did you get the Pipes version of
Yeah, I
Crank?
got both.
Yeah, and like so you would agree that Pipes was inferior to Crank, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So like, and that's my worry is like, well, I mean, he could be Crank, but conversely, he could be exactly the same as Crank, just made out of different material and
Right.
big piece of crap, you know, like.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like that history now. Like, if you would have asked me this question 6 months ago, I would have said, "Oh my God, it's like somebody put this dog out of its misery." But like, now like they've got some decent figures under their fucking belt.
Yeah.
Crank is a decent figure.
Ollie.
The fucking no. The
Rose.
Transistor is a decent figure. Sencho and the Skybite are both decent figures. Like, Rewind is a decent figure.
Yeah.
One
So
for one.
it's like, okay, there's all this, and then like, but in the back of my mind, there's Ollie creeping up, and there's fucking every tape ever creeping up, and
Yeah.
there is the all the
Tempest.
different scopes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
And I honestly like this is the last chance I'm giving X-Transbots. Like I saw Beachcomber go up for preview, and he is the Beachcomber I want. But I'm not gonna put any more money into X-Transbots until you do the Megatron that I'm buying into, and if that sucks, I'm done. Period with your company. Like I don't want anything. So you could make Jazz, and I wouldn't buy it. So
I want them to take the designers that are making like Transistor and everything, and then other ones that are making like Ollie and all that shit, just fire them, and then keep the people that are making the right shit. Keep
But
them
it's the
on.
same. This is the guy that made
It
Ollie.
can't be the same. It can't. How
I-
can you put Ollie and then make a Transistor?
No, I'm
Come
not.
on.
I can tell you with definitive proof the person who made Stax Stax and Crank is the same person who made Ollie, who's the same person who made Apollyon.
How'd that shit happen?
The problem is it's often not the designer. It's often the materials and the
Materials?
everything else that's gone into it that causes the problem.
Okay, I give you
Ollie's
that.
problem.
Damn.
Ollie's problems have nothing to do with the design.
All right, I mean, I'll give you that. I understand that, but it's just
It has to do 100% with the actual production.
okay.
Well, now you could say that Ollie's problems had to do with the design, because it was designed for Next Transbots who uses shitty materials. But that's a reach.
Right.
That's a reach. Sorry.
But like, the Apollyon, like, there's reports coming back from Hong Kong that the Apollyon plastic grade is up there with Rex.
Ooh.
Wow.
No offense to Ben's Collectibles or anything, but he posted pictures of the chest of Apollyon, or not even like the ab area, and there's
I saw
like
it.
this is gonna be amazing. I'm like, I kind of need to see some joints before I can make the decision on if it's gonna be amazing. Like I can give you a hunk of plastic and That has
Absolutely.
nothing to do with it being amazing or not. But
And I, Ben's collectibles. This is nothing against him either, but he likes. I don't think I've ever seen him dislike anything.
right, exactly, and that's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, he might just be like a lovable dude. Everything might just be puppy dogs and rainbows. Like everything might be perfect, but like for me, it's not. For me, it's like it comes down to a couple of things, and I need those couple of things to kind of work out in order for it to like there's some leeway, but
You
I
see the
need
ball
those,
joint shoulders.
that's one of the things that automatically is setting my fucking spidey sense off, man,
That
because
shit ain't gonna last for a while, man. That shit's gonna start, wearing down. Especially if you got that cannon on the side.
that cannon on the arm.
Ooh.
That's the thing.
How you gonna hold that shit up with the ball joint?
Like, look at
You
Springer's.
better put some super glue on that motherfucker.
Springer's ball joints, Scoria's ball joints, on the shoulders. They both start having issues, and they're both well-made toys. But those ball jointed shoulders, man, it's just there's so much weight that one little, piece of friction, which is all it is, has to support.
Mm-hmm.
Better hold that shoulder up. Better man up or something.
I don't know how that shoulder can be efficient. I don't see it. I hope I'm wrong because I'm in. I'm pre-ordered. I'm in. I'm locked in. But I just don't see it. I can't fathom it.
So when
What's
you get Apollyon, Bobby, are we going to hear the word abort mission?
Yes. I am going to be when I open that box up. I will be in the chat.
Abort.
Yeah,
Greg will be like, it doesn't matter what he said. Just fucking cancel.
that was great. I'll remember.
That was
the day
awesome.
Most memorable point of 2014 with respect to actually buying toys.
I mean, like that moment where Greg fucking jumped in, with Antoine was like, "Are you serious? Are you for real?" And I think it was Greg. It was like, "Just listen to the man and cancel your order."
Yeah. There's no time to talk.
Yeah, there's no
Nobody's got time for that.
Operators are standing by.
This could hit your pile of loot any second.
And where the fuck is the rest of fucking Warbertron? I'm sorry. All right, it's time to end the show or something.
Someone posted a picture of Warbertron combined in color today, so I suspect probably.
That's that same.
Chat.
Was it? I thought it was a different picture than what I've seen, but
it makes
It is. It's a front picture. The first one was like on top of it. You can see down on it. This was like a full.
But I think it's from the same show. It's like the background and
yeah, I think it is the same show. It is, but it's just it's a front shot, so like a angled down shot, I guess.
A new picture of the same event. Gotcha.
Yeah, there you go. But I'm ready for it, man. Ugh.
Yeah, I want that thing. I want that thing bad. I have, there's like we've talked about that. There's just a lot.
It's like Feral Rex, man. You're just waiting.
There's a lot hinging on that figure. But with Feral Rex, I never was afraid.
Well, me neither. I was never afraid it wasn't coming out.
Yeah, not only that it wasn't coming out, but like I was never afraid about the end result. Like when I got, what was the first one I got? It was Fortis or Bovis. It was one of the two. The Rhino, Headstrong. As soon as I got him out, and I got him out of the box, and I manipulated a couple joints, I was like, "There's no way this thing can fail. It's just so fucking well made." But like the Warbertron one is just had a couple of like little bumps in the road. There's like a few puddles in the road.
I haven't had any puddles, but that's y'all.
A few. There's a little. No, you've had a few puddles. You've had a few puddles. Like your weapons don't fit in the hands, just like mine don't.
All right, I understand.
There's just a few puddles, and I'm just worried, But if it's done right, there's plenty of other signs to make me think it's going to be done right because they're gorgeous and they're like and they're getting better. Each figure is better than the previous, so there's plenty of signs to make me.
But
think
they're a new company also, so.
But so is MMC relatively. You know what I mean? But like I've never had the kind of anxiety for Rex like I have for Warbertron. but I'm like, Warbitron is that unit where if they come out with every combiner, I will get every one of their combiners, and they will be my combiners because they look so close to the mark.
They break.
But anyway,
in perfect size.
Yeah, I've never had those types of problems. But shout outs to @FearCorpse, who holds down our Twitter and is just an all around good dude. Shout out to Dub K Toys and the Chosen Prime. Shout out to I Am Ratchet for your G1 needs. Shout out to third party TF Crashers and TF Prototype, which both show us a ton of love. Look them up on Facebook. Check out their websites. Shout out to Third Party Unlimited, which we now use for most of our references. And yeah. So with that being said, let me pull up the notes real quick so I can tell you guys how to find this, because I don't feel like we've done this really properly in a while, and we're still getting tons of new likes on Facebook. So thank you guys for that. We are pretty active on Facebook. So shout outs, or rather, if you want to find us, youtube.com/ShatteredCast Uncut, Facebook.com/ShatteredCast, Twitter @ShatteredCast with only one E, Tumblr @ShatteredCast.tumblr.com, Blogspot @ShatteredCast, UncutBlogspot.com, and our Gmail is ShatteredCastOnline@gmail.com. We're also on Stitcher, Player FM, all that kind of stuff.
Bobby, you kind of finished the podcast out like Seahawks finished out the Super Bowl. Just saying. You choked.
Sorry.
Yeah,
and
I didn't even watch the Super Bowl. I just hoped that fucking joke would stick. I really don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Seahawks
that
won,
was the
man.
risk. No, they didn't. You
Make sure-
motherfucker.
to check out. Make sure to
Which
check
Super Bowl
out
did you watch?
Cybertron. Make sure to check out the Cybertron Cafe for all your trading, buying, selling needs, and also check out Oscar on YouTube at youtube.com.
Arguing every day.
Oscar and J-Boy, T2RX6 at youtube.com/T2RX6. Myself at youtube.com/Myths and Heroes. And check Deluxe out at your local White Castle.
Hey.
And with that being said, be good to yourselves and each other. Please collect responsibly. And Antoine,
You've been shattered.
still had the gap in there, even with the name set up. Okay, that's all right. Fucking with